Okay, so how do you expand your frequency? I'm going to give you some really like concrete ways to do that. And it's your choice. This is all choice. The first thing that pops up is generosity and kindness. Generosity and kindness help you to expand your frequency because they open up your heart and also they open up the hearts of other people. And when your heart and their heart is open, we're in a good place. So, generosity and kindness. Another way that you expand your frequency is through meditation or dedicated quiet time with your breath or whatever practices you do. It really is an illusion that like to be all spiritual and like what they call ascended. And again, ascended it indicates there's a descended and it's in the binary. The word ascended and the word ascension is actually counterproductive to what the ascended people want to do. So your meditation and whatever practice you do can be done moving. It can be done with your eyes open. You don't have to be in some sort of like quiet place where you're totally disconnected and floating on a cloud and getting all these visions. Meditation doesn't have to be that way. Meditation can be easy and simple. It's your practices, meditation or whatever you call them, small little chunks of time consistently each day are what gets you to the where you want to be. So expanding your frequency, if you're going to meditate, 10 minutes a day. Put on an app, listen to one of my meditations, listen to somebody's meditation, 10 minutes a day, and you are expanding your frequency. Other ways you can expand your frequency are eating healthy food and drinking water, lots of water. Most people are dehydrated and don't even realize it. So, eating healthy food and drinking a lot of water. And again, you don't have to be on some sort of vegan diet, right? You don't have to be perfect. Eat some more vegetables, eat a little less processed sugar. Put lemon in your water so you can drink more of it. That's what I do. I have lemon. My water is always cloudy. It's because I have lots of lemon in it. And I drink a gallon of water a day. And I feel good. I feel clear. Okay, so another way that you can work in the frequency is caring for and being in a relationship with the earth. Caring for and being in a relationship with the earth. Blessing up the waters, singing to the waters, offering gratitude to the waters, spending time in nature, like quality time in nature. That helps you to expand your frequency because the frequency of the trees and the plants, it's already expanded. And you can borrow it or tap into it or allow it to come to you when you are in nature. All right, how's all this landing? I've got more to share here. Let me know what y'all are thinking. Another way to expand the frequency is to sleep and honor your body's rhythms, which we're not doing. Most people don't get enough sleep, and the contemporary culture tells you to work against what your body is telling you. And I can tell you that when you work with what your body is telling you, you will move through physical illness and infections a lot faster. Since I have been moving with what my body tells me, when I get sick or my body's releasing toxins, because that's what sick is, I have a lot easier time with it because my frequency is in a certain place and I'm not fighting against my body. So, honoring the body's rhythms. And then also, you can listen to frequency based music, um, music that has crystal bowls, music that is, what's the rhythm? Solfeggio. Am I saying that right? The solfeggio uh, frequency is really healing. Playing music, playing instruments is really healing and also helps you to expand your frequency. So experiment with sound. That helps. Also, working with the vibration of your own voice and sound. I do a lot of that in my one on one work, I do a lot of that in my groups. Sound helps us to dislodge what isn't working and it expands and then our frequency can be expanded. I feel like I could go on and on. I hope this isn't too much because I've got a lot of suggestions for how to expand your frequency. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. It opens your heart, which expands your frequency. Movement. We spend so much time in front of these desks and computers, and we don't move very much. A lot of people don't recognize the mind, body, spirit connection, and that actually spiritual beings move their bodies and are supposed to. So, getting out and moving, dancing, doing some sort of movement is going to help you to expand your frequency. And also, sharing your healing gifts. When you are sharing your healing gifts, that helps you to expand your energy and your frequency. Um, so, that's a lot. There's a lot of things that you can do. And you do a couple of these on a regular basis, you're expanding your frequency. A big one, here's a big one. A big one, big thing that will help you to expand is eliminating toxins to the best of your ability. We're living in a world that has a lot of natural toxins that we can't necessarily do a lot about. And we can eliminate a lot of alcohol. We can eliminate substances that aren't good for us. We can eliminate processed sugar. We can do less. Whatever it is that we're doing that's toxic, we can always do less of it. I am not a purist. I don't think that everybody has to not eat this or do this. I understand that that's not realistic. And to me, spiritual practices have to be realistic. So reduce or eliminate toxins in your world. That will help you to expand your frequency, because when your system is heavily laden with substances, it's trying to process them out. And it has a hard time processing things like alcohol and a lot of refined sugar and different substances that like fall along the drug spectrum, right? There's a difference between medicine and like drugs that people use to numb them out. Big difference. So when you're numbing out, it densens your energy. Densens, I just created a new word. It makes you more dense. Those things are dense, and your body has a hard time processing those dense substances, food or alcohol or otherwise. So, and you heal faster, and your frequency is not interrupted all the time when you've eliminated toxins. So that's a big one. And then I think the last suggestion that I have for expanding your frequency is to align with where you want to be and take steps towards it. If there's something you want to be doing, don't leave it over here somewhere, someday, when, if I have the money, if I do this. It will never happen. And you'll stay dense if you always have this dream that you're not acting on. When you create a vision for how you want to be living your life, and then you take actions to line up with that vision, like you take a class, you find a mentor, you get training to do whatever it is you want to do, that is going to help you expand your frequency, because you're working towards something and you're working with other people a lot of times, and that helps you to expand your frequency. One more. Being around people whose frequency is expanding. Being around people who are in their lights. And they don't have to be perfect all the time. But you know when somebody is living in their joy and somebody is embroiled in unhappiness. And I get it. Like we all go through things where we are, going through emotional stuff. And you need to be able to determine how much of other people's heavy, dense, emotional stuff you're going to take on or be involved in. Make sure you have a balance. If you've got some heavy, dense people in your life, make sure you have light people, and that you also bring to the table some lightness. That helps you. Your other people's energy feeds you, and it helps you to expand. So those are all ways that you can expand your frequency.